We want to start in Saskatchewan, where the manhunt for the suspect in a series of deadly weekend stabbings has now stretched into its fourth day. On Tuesday, police teams in full tactical gear rushed to James Smith Cree Nation after a suspected sighting of Miles Sanderson. It turned out to be a false alarm. Then last night, Regina's police chief said they believe Sanderson is no longer in that city after a possible sighting of his vehicle.
We've received information that is leading us to believe he may no longer be in this community. As a result, investigations continue, and although we don't know his whereabouts, we are still looking not only within the city of Regina, but expanded into the province as well.
CTV's Heather Butts joins us now from Regina. Heather, what's the latest this morning with the investigation?
Good morning, Marcia. Police say they continue to throw hundreds of resources at this investigation. But as you've just mentioned, the whereabouts of Miles Sanderson, wanted in that mass murder that left 10 people dead, his whereabouts remain unknown. So yesterday, police put out an alert saying there was this suspected sighting of Miles Sanderson on the James Smith Cree Nation. The tactical team went in, they searched a wooded area, they searched homes, checked cars leaving the First Nation, turned up with nothing. And then, of course, Regina police saying last evening as well that they received information that suggests Miles Sanderson is not in this city. So the most recent update we have from police is the RCMP putting an alert to people in this province saying his whereabouts remain unknown. They are urging people to take precautions. They say that this is a person with very unpredictable behavior and a very violent past. So they want people to remain vigilant and call police if they see anything suspicious. And of course, they continue to urge people who may know something to come forward, perhaps a family member, a friend, perhaps someone who's been giving him money or food, anyone who knows anything, they want them to call police.
Heather, you did some digging into Miles Sanderson's background yesterday. What did you find?
He has 59 criminal convictions, and this was found in parole board documents that we were able to obtain. Those documents reveal a history, a very violent history of Miles Sanderson. It talks about a very traumatic and troubled past. It talks about a childhood filled with trauma and neglect, which led to substance abuse and seeking out negative peers. The documents also highlight some of the attacks, some of the crimes that he has committed. One incident talks about Miles Sanderson threatening someone and then threatening to murder someone and then burn down his parents' house. Another incident includes a case where he stabbed 2 people with a fork. There's another part of the document that highlights an attack on a police officer where he repeatedly kicked the police officer in the head. The parole board also states in those documents, it points to many factors that have led to his behavior, including the intergenerational impacts of residential schools. So quite lengthy documents revealing this past of Miles Sanderson, showcasing the fact that he was denied parole at one point, out on a statutory release. So certainly a lot of those details are on our website as well, ctvnews.ca, so your viewers can go there for more of those details.
And Heather, all of this came up at Cabinet yesterday. What is the government saying about Sanderson's release?
That's right. Certainly there's been a lot of attention on this case, and you can imagine attention not just right across this country, but around the world. This horrifying attack that has impacted so many families. Again, 10 people dead, 18 people injured. So you're right, it did come up at Cabinet. Public Safety Minister Marco Mendicino saying that he has asked for an investigation into these parole documents, into Miles Sanderson's past, and basically, why why he was out within the community. But I will state in those parole documents, there were several conditions. Again, the fact that he was denied parole and several conditions that he was to follow, things he was not to do, people he was not to see, very detailed in those explanations of those conditions he was to follow.
Heather Butts for us in Regina this morning, starting us off. Heather, thank you for that. The Queen today released this statement about the attacks, saying, "I would like to extend my condolences to those who have lost loved ones in the attacks that occurred this past weekend in Saskatchewan. My thoughts and prayers are with those recovering from injuries and grieving such horrific losses. I mourn with all Canadians at this tragic time."